And yes, going down to the nitty-gritty, I think I watched a little bit of.
Madam Rita, who they celebrate birthday?
I said I think it's Dr. CM because I'm made too like him. So I'm just thinking. I remember.
Okay.
I think it's today or tomorrow. I can't really remember, but I know
remember.
He's
Happy birthday, Oga CMO. Come tell us your date.
I'm sure he did not want me to say this, but
Come tell us. We need to find out whether how old, whether he's senior Tinubu or Tinubu senior.
I beg go. Okay, back to the topic. I'm just going to say from what I watched so far. Yes, I watched that Charlie Boy interview. It was quite interesting. But going down to the main thing of today, the NDC. I heard the NDC is having their convention on the 9th of May, their first national convention. I've been trying to, I'm seeing the former, what's his name, Dixon, former governor of Bayelsa State. I don't know if he's a national chairman or is a board of trustee. I haven't done my research on that. But however, what is going on now, I don't think any of us are surprised. I do not. If you are surprised, then maybe you don't know what's going on in the country or you don't know what's going on in the streets. I'm not surprised that Peter Obi is leaving. And that's, well, my personal opinion. I am not surprised. I think what he's doing, I support him. I have been thinking, I've been asking myself, why do I really support Peter Obi? Apart from the fact of his integrity and all that, it goes deeper. And I think some of us might resonate with what I'm saying. It goes deeper than just having a good political record or just being a good servant to the people. It goes, so I was in my own thoughts. I was like, what is that thing that makes him tick for me? What is that thing that makes Peter Obi tick for me? And I remember this famous quote. Oh my goodness. It's a Shakespeare quote. I think it's in this play of, is it Henry IV or Henry VI? He says, heavy is the head that wears the crown. Yes, heavy is the head that wears the crown. And of course, we all know that quote means, talking about burdens and responsibility that, a leader, could take. I think, well, in the case of the the play was about a king, but being a king means, of course, it means so many things. You're a leader and people look up to you. People are inspired by you. People have a lot of expectations from you, good expectations from you. People wait for you to make decisions. People wait for you to make policies that they believe would make their life better. People, look up to people like that, as a leader, that you can plan for the future. You can give examples, encourage people to plan for the future. And, everybody see your floor plan and identifies with it and say, you know what, this floor plan is good for me and my children, or, my future generation when I'm gone. When I look at that, I like, this man has personally taken the burdens of Nigeria. That's why I respect Peter Obi. That's why that's why I support him. It goes beyond just what he did in Anambra State or his teachings about making Nigeria a production site and not consumption. It's somebody who has deliberately taken the burdens, the pains of Nigeria. Deliberately is the key word, deliberately. So it means nobody is coercing him. His wife or his children are not coercing him like, you must do this. It's a personal project he has taken. And regardless of all the bows and arrows coming his way, the man is still moving. That is very rare. Personal responsibility and burdens of a country. He decided to take it because he was tired of the madness. Who is going to bail the cat? Peter Obi has sacrificed himself to bail the cat. That is what I was thinking deeply. And I said, that is the reason why I'm with this guy. That's the reason why I admire this guy. I respect him so much. People can say all kinds of, I've heard gazillions of things from far and wide. that are negative from people who just choose to be negative about Peter Obi, but there's no proof. So I see he has taken this burden. He's the one wearing the crown. He knows how heavy it is. Me, I don't know how heavy it is. You perhaps don't even know how heavy the crown is, but he chose deliberately to wear that crown, that heavy crown, painfully heavy crown. I respect him for that. He didn't have to. After all, we all see there's so many governors who have made the Senate their permanent site to die. Yes. But he's just interested in service. He's not a poor man. He could just go to one island or go to where all these rich men go to. It's not Indonesia. They know what you guys know now, Indonesia or Philippines, and they go and flex themselves there. They don't care about Nigeria or what's happening in the north or Benue or whatever. They don't care. Even Anambra self. He'll just be flexing with his life and his wife. You know what I'm saying? So I respect Peter Obi, and that's why I'm supporting him, even if he goes to Igoriaki party, as Mr. Elvis will say. Igoriaki party. Even if he goes there, I will support the man, because right now, Nigeria is not a normal country for, as Mr. Jonathan said, we all know that. It's established. So don't expect, don't criticize him from, it seems as if he's jumping from one party to the other, because in Nigeria, what our party is not normal. It's not normal. We don't have party. We have emperors that are in empires, clouded in what you call democracy or political parties. So, in such an environment, for someone like Peter Obi, even if he goes to Igoriaki party, there's a party called Igoriaki, people will follow him. Mistakes have been made in the past, because of, we're kind of ignorant, but now we are moving ahead, we're moving forward. I think even if this NDC messes up, I'm still trying to do my research on NDC, because there's no party that does not have one sort of faction or court case, and I think Peter Obi, the announcement will be on Monday, so that he will be able to attend the first national convention on Friday. That's the 9th of May, or this Saturday, So this is a good move. Peter Obi just leave this Atiku's party, because as I said, I believe Atiku owns ADC, and that's why he has the authority to be making demands. If allegedly he was making demands, like what Mr. Alex said. Mr. Alex, where are you, by the way? Anyway, so I am not surprised. I'm even happy, because from day one, I was never in support of this, but I just had to bear that, fact that, okay, Peter Obi is there, because I said, for the fact that we have the midget from Kaduna there alone, for me, only that guy there alone. No. I didn't want Peter Obi around, but hallelujah, if Peter Obi is really leaving, hallelujah, he's leaving there, and he's going to the next level. And if the NDC messes up, well, I don't know about PRP, because I know that is Baba Ahmed, that is brother. He's the national chairman there, and he said that party has been there for 74 years in Nigeria. People can call it a Fulani party, but at this point, Peter Obi can go to any political party that is called Igoriaki. That's a Benin word for those who are not Benin. It can even be F Emmanuel party. I don't care. So that's where we are. So I'm not surprised at what's going on. I don't think a lot of us are surprised either. But my thing is, I'm going to support Peter Obi wherever he is. And one thing too, finally, I want to say that I kind of look at is Atiku, the likes of Atiku and a lot of political parties, they all kind of seemingly want to use, not even seemingly, I just feel that they just use Peter Obi to make their party popular. The Labour Party wasn't a popular party. Politically, it wasn't. It wasn't. And then shifted now to the ADC. ADC was, one party like under the shoe. Peter Obi came, it became popular. And as he's leaving, they're all going to crash. I am saying it. Yes, you can say whether I'm crossing. They're all going to crash as Peter Obi is doing, because Peter Obi is a shining light. Now, going to the NDC now, my question now, because I have to think that way, is the NDC now want to make Peter Obi, make them, if he's going there, make them popular again, so that the entire country recognizes that party? Because I kid you not, there are people in Nigeria that only know two parties, APC and PDP. Today, 2026, some people don't know them of any other party. But because of the emergence of Peter Obi, many parties Labour became like exponentially popular all over the world. If you're talking about Nigeria, Peter Obi, Labour. Nobody's talking about any other party. Now, this ADC that came now, all of a sudden, Kachuku, wanted to be relevant because Peter Obi kind of leveled up the temperature of the ADC that was nothing before. And then now it's going to crash as Peter Obi leaves. So the NDC, I hope you guys are not going to use Peter Obi to rise up the temperature of your party, because many Nigerian politicians, majority of them, they are users. So Atiku used that Peter Obi for vice president to be popular. Anywhere Peter Obi went to PDP, he went there and wanted to look like, he's the grandmaster of it all. Now, this coalition, ADC, all of a sudden, everybody's calling Atiku everywhere. Why? So, heavy is the head that wears the crown. Peter Obi's, I know, and I pray for the man that crown that he's wearing, God will give him the wisdom to make the right decisions, to foresee betrayals that is going to happen, because it exists. As long as Judas Iscariot existed, there are still betrayals in families and friends and close associates. They exist even within Peter Obi's camp. I'm believing that there are traitors, both male and female, within Peter Obi's camp. But at the end of the day, light always wins. And I know Peter Obi would win. Peter Obi would win. I am believing it. And we all should be ready for January 16th. What's this man's name? What's his name? Galadima, Buhari's friend that is all over the place. Galadima said every Nigerian should go to the polls with kerosene. Every Nigerian should go to the polls with kerosene. Well, I'm surprised that they've not arrested that man because kerosene is an inflammable solution. It's a flammable solution. So, it means something. If you talk about fire and heat, it just only means one thing: danger. So that is how ready I know most Northerners are. The Southerners were just kind of very subtle when it comes to politics. I don't know why, but I'm just going to stop it here, Mr. Elvis. Maybe in my next session I'll talk about what Charlie Boy was talking about regarding Shore and the rest. But yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Elvis. I don't know who is next. Mr. Elvis, are you there? I think from the screen, Aldrin Nation, I guess you're the next person. Aldrin Nation, are you there?
Yes, Madam Rita.
Okay, you can take it away. It's your turn now. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you for listening.
All right.
Thank you, Madam Rita. Thank you very much.